My name is Rachel Thornock. I'm a student at BYU. I like to be outside. I love hiking and paddleboarding and camping, spending time with friends. I'm studying human development through the School of Family Life. So I work here at this clinic, New Sight Vision Therapy Clinic, and that's kind of where I started learning about brain injuries. So I'm very passionate about brain injuries. I help out with a brain injury support group. So I knew I wanted to apply to PA school, and so I was just looking at the timeline of everything, and you have this giant list of all these things that you need to get done. And so I either had the option of limiting myself by not doing as many clinical hours and shadowing and just continuing on with school, or taking a pause. BYU independent study was really nice because I was still in school, but it was just enough that I was moving forward. I was still getting some of those credits and some of those classes that I needed. So I am a student at BYU, right? I've taken some pretty hard classes. And so pretty much every science and medicine class I've taken, I was really worried. There were a lot of classes where I was like fighting to get a C or a B or even an A, but that was a stretch. But I felt like BYU independent study was trying to help me get a good grade and learn everything that I needed to for the course. At the end of every Saturday at midnight, I had a quiz, 3 homework assignments, and a midterm due, right? So I had to make sure everything was done that week. But I liked how BYU independent study was slowed down so I could have enough time without that stress of, oh, I've had a really busy week and I still have all these assignments due. I could have a week where if I didn't have time, I just wouldn't do the medical terminology class that week. Or there were other times when I could crank out 2 or 3 units all in a week if I had a little bit more free time. I feel like if I had a fellow friend that was stressed out or overwhelmed based on everything that was going on in their life, I would explain that I was in the same situation. I just felt so overwhelmed with everything that was going on, and that BYU independent study was a huge relief for me. I felt like it was a really good way to receive an education without necessarily having to be enrolled in a university.